وزن 75 كيلو, bout number 3 in the women's middleweight division, 75 kilograms. In the red corner, representing Kazakhstan, Ryabets.
We move up to the 75 kilogram middleweight division. Making her way to the boxing ring for her first bout of the tournament is 19-year-old Nadezhda Ryabets.
Uzbekistan. In the blue corner, representing Uzbekistan, Navbahor, Hamidova.
Her opponent is from the neighboring Central Asian nation of Uzbekistan, Navbahor Hamidova, also 19 years of age, the reigning Asian continental bronze medalist in the Youth Championships in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia last year. These two have got history, more of that in a moment, as we see judges from Slovakia, Germany, Cuba, Austria and Morocco.
Judges from Slovakia, Germany, Cuba, Australia and Morocco.
Well, mention the fact that these two have got history. They faced off in the 2018 Asian Youth Continental Championships. On that occasion, it was the boxer in red, Ryabets of Kazakhstan, who stood on the top spot at the podium, and at the quarter-final stage, en route to that title, she beat this woman, her fellow 19-year-old clad in blue, Navbahor Hamidova, outpointed. Well, not outpointed, she was stopped in the third round, didn't make it through to the final bell. So she is trailing 0-1 in their rivalry so far. And remember, that was only in 2018. They'll have grown and developed since then, but these two boxers not yet out of their teens, and they are facing off as referee David Mark Williams gives them the final instructions. How much of a factor will that initial contest on the continental stage be?
Oh, both girls super keen to get on with this one, Ron. Look at that. Had to be told to go back to their corners. Look how close they are to each other. Kazakhstan versus Uzbekistan, bragging rights.
So we're underway then. It's the Asia-Oceania Continental Qualification event, but this is a Central Asian duel between boxers from Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. The boxer wearing red, operating out of the southpaw stance with the low-held guard, is Nadezhda Ryabets, just 19 years of age, a Youth Olympic Games bronze medalist, winning the bronze medal match against Ikrak Shaib, who we saw in Dakar at the African qualifier a couple of weeks ago, the 19-year-old from Algeria. That gives you an idea as to her quality.
Yeah.
Her opponent in blue is Uzbekistan's Navbahor Hamidova. Good right hand to the body and turned over with a good shot to the top from Ryabets.
Hamidova has all the advantages in size, doesn't she? Taller, longer. Oh, good straight shots there from Hamidova. Ryabets trying to find a way in close. It's
rough on the inside. Back onto the front foot is Ryabets, but she's walked into some straight punches. The right hand, an eye-catching shot during that cluster from Hamidova. So midway through the opening round, we've had bursts of punching activity in between periods of watching, waiting and feinting.
Good counter punching there from Ryabets, who, even though shorter, isn't a bad counter puncher at all. Just looking for Hamidova to overreach that little bit. She switches orthodox. Girl from Kazakhstan.
Well, plenty of mauling. Oh, and an elbow to the head from Hamidova. My goodness. You can tell that there is plenty of intensity behind this rivalry. Neither looking to be the friend of the other, even though we're competing in the spirit of Olympianism. Terrific exchange, and a right hand landed by Ryabets. But Hamidova Again, looking to impose her physicality at close quarters, really roughing up the more compact figure in red.
Yeah, this is a really rough bout. These girls are not on each other's Christmas card list. That's for sure.
Wow, mauling aplenty between these two, and the referee from Great Britain having his hands full.
Makes it hard to score, Ronald, as well, when there's this much mauling and wrestling.
Oh, good right hand over the top, followed by a burst of activity from both flanks from Ryabets.
Well, Ryabets finished on top there for me, but throughout, Hamidova seemed to be landing the sharper, cleaner, straighter shots, as we see there in the repeats. There's that rough house tactics by both girls inside. Neither want to give. Both of them trying to get their advantages in there. And there we see the girl in blue winning across the board there by all judges, 10 points to 9. Little shake of the arms coming up there, as we all see from the Uzbekistan coach.
Round 2.
So into the second round then. Both of these boxers looking to progress through to the quarter-final stage, and it's a quick start by Nadezhda Ryabets after conceding the opening round across the board, 10-9. Oh, now that is naughty. Burst of punches to the body, followed by 2 free shots to the head from Hamidova. Didn't hear the referee's command.
Good job there from Ryabets. Definitely made a better start to round 2 than she did in the first round. She's not being hit at long range with long straight shots from her opponent here. Maybe because of the fact that she's not rushing in as much either. As she runs Hamidova into a good counter punch.
But then that preceded an exchange as both boxers enjoyed success, but it was a beautiful backhand counter. Oh my goodness. So referee David Mark Williams taking a point away from Ryabets, so her mission has got altogether more difficult now because she can score no more than 9 in this round. That is spurred her to come onto the front foot. It's a burst of activity. Now, Hamidova is going to have to watch she doesn't fall foul of the same infringement, because she is doing her fair share of rough, harsh stuff on the inside, and here it is.
Wrestling,
So there it is. A point taken away by the British referee, Mr. Williams.
Levels things up a little bit.
Most certainly. Neither boxer is going to come away with more than 9. So I suppose the question is either of them, which of them is going to come away with 8?
Oh, good right hand there from Ryabets. Got to that first there, didn't she? And now she sets about Hamidova in that corner. With a minute to go, she looks like she's just doing a little bit more for me. I like her aggression in this round, and she's waiting patiently on Hamidova as well to just overreach that little bit before she lets her hands go. Before, she was trying to punch with Hamidova, and it meant she was falling short because of the disadvantages in reach, but now she seems to have the timing a little bit better on.
Finding a home for that left hook is Ryabets. Closing seconds of this second round, a round where each boxer had been docked a point for the same infringements of holding. Good work to the body from the boxer in blue. Right hook was long from the boxer in red.
She waited on the right hand coming before she chose to throw the right hook. Little shove off there.
Well, the referee having a full workout here, because look at how physical and rough this one is on the inside.
Neither girl wants to give anything away here, that's the thing.
Look at that, holding and hitting right on the bell. Wow. My goodness.
Ryabets round for me, that one, Ronald.
And remember, neither boxer can score more than 9. And if that's the case, and she wins 9-8, she's still going to be trailing because of the 10 points scored by the boxer in blue in the first round. And that is how significant points taken away can be. It's not just rounds won, it is points scored. And if you can score no more than 9 and you're winning the round, and the boxer's won a round and scored 10, you're still going to be down.
Yeah. Well, she needs a massive last round then, doesn't she?
So what is that going to be? Let's see the scores when they come out. Because, of course, it could be 9-8. So let's see. And we have got a split, a 3-2 split in favor of Ryabets. So, judges 1, 4, and 5 scoring for the boxer in red. She has got 9 points. Judges 2 and 3 scoring 9 points for the boxer in blue. Cracking right hook during that burst of punches from Ryabets. And as Ryabets, well, she took full advantage because look at the state of the head guard on the boxer in blue, and while she went to fix it, Ryabets said thanks very much and let her hands go. But again, this is how important it is to ensure that the head guard is fitted correctly. The coach taking the opportunity to give some instructions there. He's not supposed to do that.
Cheeky guidance.
A bit more guidance passed on to the boxer in blue, Hamidova. Ryabets desperate to get onto the front foot, and look at them, no jabs being used whatsoever. It is all bent on punches, hooks and uppercuts crashing in from both boxers.
Well, it's not as clean as the previous bout, the previous 2 bouts, but it's equally as exciting. There is no doubt about that. These girls are not lacking in passion or desire to win at all. Brilliant stuff.
Backhand from Hamidova.
Yeah, she's trying to meet her now, isn't she? Like what she was doing in the first round. Trying to meet her on the way in.
Look at this, the holding again. And remember, she's been docked a point for that already.
Yeah, both.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Dropping the hand right.
Good right hand around the corner from Ryabets, and then an uppercut through the middle.
Was that a little wobble there from Hamidova, Ronaldo?
Again, neither boxer
willing
the
to
commands of the referee.
The referee be as well going to the corner for a coffee because these girls are going to keep doing what they're doing. There is no doubt about that. Oh,
terrific
tremendous trade-off by both girls there. How do you pick? How do you score this?
Oh, terrific exchange
beautiful.
Again, but Ryabets with a terrific 1-2.
Yeah, Ryabets came off better there.
But then Hamidova responding with the better shots during the subsequent exchange.
She chose that timing, just like what she was doing in the second. She didn't trade, she timed Hamidova beautifully. That was a crashing shot.
So less than a minute to go. And the wrestling continues on the inside, and again, neither boxer listening to the command of stop. Well, wow. That gesture universal from referee Mr. Williams from Wales. Listen to me. Right hand, left hook is a beautiful 2-punch combination from Ryabets. Hamidova looking just a little bit more ragged, but then so too is Ryabets as she's draped all over her.
Yeah.
Not much clean walk. Work 2 cheeky uppercuts dug in by Ryabets. As her left arm was holding
unbelievable
Hamidova around the back of the head. She's getting to work with that free right hand again. This one is a tear-up. There isn't too much technique, but there is plenty of tenacity and desire.
And look at that.
And Ryabets feels that she has done enough, but what a rough 3rd and final round, typical of the contest we've just witnessed, where both boxers were deducted a point for excessive holding in that 2nd round.
Yeah, that was a real battle. That's a real battle. And let me tell you, these girls tomorrow will feel that when they wake up in the morning.
The winner scheduled to be back in action in the quarter-final stage against the tournament number 3 seed, Nguyen from Vietnam. So this is going to be really interesting.
Nadezhda and the winner by split decision in the red.
Whoa! And it's Ryabets. A repeat victory over her Uzbekistan rival, Nadezhda Ryabets. Nice to see that exchange of Olympic spirit at the conclusion of the contest, because those two fought tooth and nail to progress through to the quarter-final stage. But it is Ryabets from Kazakhstan who progresses through to the final 8, and she is now 1 win away from a trip to Tokyo 2020, the 2018 Youth Olympic Games bronze medalist, edging her way past Hamidova of Uzbekistan.
Brilliant.
What a hard-fought contest.
Fantastic again, Ronald, wasn't it? Just brilliant. And it was real ebb and flow as well. We definitely seen Hamidova win that first round. Ryabets changed their tactics a little bit in the second round, started to time Hamidova, and then ran out a scrapping winner in the last round.
Oh, look how tight it was. 28-27 for all 5 judges. Judges